Hello, friends. Hello, my water signs, and welcome to your August horoscope reading. Thank you so much for joining me here today. If you are new to the channel, well, welcome. Make yourselves at home. And if you are returning, my friends, well, I love it. I love to have you back. So thank you so much for joining me here today. So before we jump into your horoscopes, I do want to address a situation. A scammer situation. I hate to bring it up, but literally it's like a wildfire. It's like a bad rash. They keep popping up and there's so many of them. Many of them I probably don't even know about. But what I do want to let you know is I will never approach you in the comments or DM you, nothing like that. If you are interested in a private reading with me, I would love to do that for you. The only way to book that, literally the absolute only way to book that, is by visiting this link and checking out the listings, reading all the info, adding to cart, and then purchasing your reading. If you have any questions before you book, feel free to hit me up. You can email me, whatever it is, and we can talk about it, but we won't be booking over messaging. I just want to make that clear because that's big red flag is making making tarot deals on DM. At least it is for me in the way that I do this. All right, my friends. So now that we got all of that out of the way, let's talk about your August horoscopes. The first few minutes, we're going to talk about general messages and see what comes through. And then the second part of your reading will be your love reading. I decided I'm going to pull cards for singles as well as people that are connected or dealing with a connection. So, I don't know. You guys will have to let me know if you like that. I know I'm always kind of changing the horoscopes around, but let me know if you guys have a preference or if there's anything you'd like me to add that you'd like to, information you'd like to be included in these monthlies. I would love to do that. All right, my friends. And so we are doing water signs in this segment, and let's get started with our Cancer babies. Hello, my Cancer friends, and welcome to your August horoscope reading. Let's just jump right in today. We're going to be starting with your general messages, and then, of course, the second part of the reading will be the love reading. Let's get started, and as always, let's just start with a moment of gratitude. Taking a deep breath and relaxing into your reading. I hope you're all doing amazing. Thank you, Spirit, for allowing me to channel these messages today for my Cancers, my Cancer friends. What do they need to know, Spirit? General messages, please, about the month of August for them. The month of August, please, for my Cancer friends. The month of August, please, for the Cancers. I had a feeling this was going to come out. I'm going to take it upright because I feel like a lot of you are, I don't know, maybe you have something going on. You're staying up late at night. You're up thinking about something. What's going on with the Cancer collective, please? We have the Emperor in reverse and the High Priestess. I like that the High Priestess is up. Oh, okay. So for some of you, if you are like, a boss of some sort, a manager, a business owner, I don't know, if you're just like the head of something, I mean, even if it's just your own life and you're kind of the one that says what is what in your family or home, work, whatever it is. I feel like there's something here when it comes to other people that you're like, I know what's going on here, and it's either like, I don't like what I see, or I don't like the dynamic. I don't like, maybe there's too much fun, not enough work getting done, and you're not really feeling in control of the situation, even though you know what's up. But I feel like the reason you're not really sure how to take control is because you're like, okay, it's not the worst, but I also like, why don't I feel in control of this situation? Or how, I don't know, there's something here that's affecting you. Now, I'm getting work vibes for some reason, but it doesn't have to be work. It could be family. Yeah, I almost feel like you view other people together as either, I don't know if it became like a toxic environment at some point, or people are getting closer because I don't know, it feels like there's some negativity here that we're trying to release, or some toxic behavior that we're trying to let go of, or um, not feel as under its influence or control. Whatever this is, though, I feel like it definitely involves other people and it's affecting how you feel. So I feel like part of the thing that's maybe like worrying you is the thought of like leaving something or like walking away from something. It's like you're trying to muster up the like energy, the courage, the whatever this is. Hype yourself up to kind of walk away from something. It does feel like you're up late at night thinking, but I will say that even though it's a little stressful energy, I feel like this is when you get your ideas. There's the King of Cups. Okay. Why the High Priestess? Why the Three of Cups in reverse? And why the Devil in reverse, please? You want to come through or not? What was that? We're going to take that. Okay, so it feels like you're trying to release negativity. Maybe you're also trying to accept something, or I don't know, because this is telling me there's something here about leaving and not. Like maybe this is you leaving a form of thinking, an old way of viewing something, walking away from a past behavior. And that's something that you're trying to release. Because even though you're physically still in the same place, it feels like there's just something else that is being released. There also might have been the tendency here to either procrastinate or put things off, but also at the same time venting. So I'm almost getting like someone that complains about their situation but doesn't really, they don't move on. They don't do anything to move forward. So only take that how it resonates, my Cancer friends. Let's get back over here because this is telling me that you do have a lot of emotion in this situation. This is you and this is you, which tells me that you love in your own way, which is you probably don't openly show it. You don't, I don't know, I'm not saying you don't ever, but I don't think your love language in the situation is outwardly expressed. So even though you do have a lot of love for what you do or for your environment or your family, whatever it is, it's not like it's mushy. It's not like you're not just gushing over someone. At least that's the vibe I'm getting. Maybe some of you view like showing too much emotion because of your position. That leaves you feeling like you're not in control or vulnerable. Maybe you don't want other people to view you so much as an equal. Maybe you need to maintain some form of hierarchy. But with this High Priestess in reverse, this is telling me that you know that you're dealing with younger people here. It's either children, it's someone who's, there's an actual age gap. There's definitely a maturity gap. So even if you're, I don't know if you guys have ever had a friend that was like your same age, but you guys were just completely like different maturity levels. That's what this feels like. It doesn't necessarily have to be like a year time-wise. Years time-wise, I mean. It could just be a maturity thing. So I do think that other people are involved. Whoever or whatever this dynamic has been, I'm just like I said earlier, I'm getting the feeling that someone here, it's like, okay, you guys are having a little too much fun, and now things aren't getting done, or it's a little too much. Like we need to reel it back in. Possibly you have been left picking up slack, or you've just found this behavior or just dealing with these energies. Even if it's not like people that you're constantly seeing, like I still feel like there's a disconnect between you and 2 or 3 other people here. So a small team of some sort. It's been very exhausting for you, and I feel like you've kind of been dealing with this for a while. We have Capricorn, all fire signs, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, especially Leo and Aries, and Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio showing up. Let me see if there's anything else. All right. All right, my friends, let's move on to the love portion of your reading, of course. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages for my Cancer babies. All right, messages for the single Cancer friends out there. Their love life in August, Spirit. What can they expect? Single Cancerian, Spirit. What's up with them in August? What can we tell them about their love life, please? What can we tell them about their love life today? What can you tell me? Single Cancer friends, please. Not much action for you. Well, sorry guys, if you wanted action. It just doesn't seem like you're ready to move forward or ready to really, maybe you're just like, you know what? I don't even know what I want. All I know is that it's been too much, like there could have been like too much indulgence that was experienced in the past, meaning maybe someone was heavily into partying or heavily into a certain thing that was just like, okay, this is going to get old. So it's kind of left you feeling a little like, ugh, about past experiences. This Five of Pentacles in reverse, though, it's like you're just like, I'm done feeling that way. I'm actually starting to recover, whatever that is for you. Maybe it's, if some kind of a tough time, or maybe you felt like you didn't have enough of something. There's just something here where it's like, I'm coming out of that. I'm not necessarily sure dating will be a priority for you, or love. There's also something here about it being emotionally closed off. So I would say my single Cancer friends, you're choosing to not deal with it. You have a lot of things, you're really kind of in your head. You have a lot of things you're thinking about when it comes to the future. Oh yeah, you're done with these types, these King of Wands that are so passionate. They look so good. They smell so good. You have a good time with them. When they give attention, it feels so good. But there's always a lot of people around, or there's other, this person just, maybe they have other options. And it doesn't specifically have to be one person. It feels like it's a type, because you're just like, I feel like you're just leaving it. Now, maybe some of you are newly single. I haven't seen the breakup yet, but that could be your story. It just feels like you want something more committed, more traditional. Maybe you've also gained a lot of wisdom along the way because of these past experiences. With this Sun in reverse, though, it almost feels like you're just, I don't know if you're feeling the most happiest or positive about, I was going to say about your own standards. That could be something for someone where you're like, having high standards is not, and it's not bad at all, especially when it's coming from this place of having the wisdom, learning, taking what you've learned. Maybe you've also, some of you, gone to therapy or going to therapy, and that's helping you move through this. There's also a feeling of just letting go things that didn't work out, because holding on to those things was keeping you from present joy. Maybe still is. It was keeping you from feeling fulfilled, possibly, or like you had enough of whatever attention this was, or connection. I'm not saying this was just based on, it just feels like this whoever this was, they just were kind of, they're not in a place to settle down and commit. and they like to have a good time is kind of what I'm getting. And the way that it's coming up, it feels like they kind of probably use that as a coping mechanism for something deeper that we can't even get into because, yeah, that's a whole other thing. I do see you leaving things behind that you feel have been a waste of time. So in August, my single Cancerian friends, I see you guys just you're not into, it's not about love for you. It's not a bad thing though. I like this. All right, let's continue. Thank you, Spirit. All right, to my connected Cancer friends, my Cancer babies that are currently connected. Maybe you guys are in separation. You don't have to be together, but you do have a person in your energy that you are connected to, Spirit, in the month of August. For my Cancer friends that are connected, them and their person, what can you tell me, please? My Cancer babies in August and the person, please. What can you tell me? What can you tell me, please? We have the Hermit in reverse and the Seven of Swords. All right, that's interesting. We'll see why. What's going on with my Cancer friends that are connected? Someone could be pretending to ignore someone else or pretending they don't see something. Or even maybe really not seeing it and not pretending because they've been so checked out of their surroundings, perhaps. The Sun card, you could be dealing with a Leo. You did get the Sun card. Oh, I think you've gotten it in all the pulls I've done for you. Why the Hermit in reverse, please? Why the Seven of Swords? So someone here is maybe hiding the fact that they're a little iffy on something. And they could be acting detached. Here's a Three of Swords. It fell on the floor. All right, which way do you want to go? I'm going to take it upright. Someone here is like either heartbroken or disappointed, and they might be hiding that. Someone here could definitely be hiding that, or not acknowledging it is kind of what I'm getting. Why the Nine of Wands? I almost called it the Nine of Swords. So it's almost like passion. I don't know, for some of you, this message is for someone. Passion is what's kind of keeping this going, or there's just been something exhausting and that's what's driving it. It's like this is a really interesting message and it's not for everyone. So only take it as it resonates, my friends. But whatever, for some of you, whatever you get out of this connection sexually, or even if it's not like physical, I don't know, there's just a spark there and it just feels like it's this, a sexual spark. I feel like it's only I don't know, it's mutual, but it's also like a feeling of this has been kind of exhausting, or this has been a journey. I'm still pushing through. So that's what I mean by it's a really interesting message that I'm getting over on that end. Bottom of the deck, you have Eight of Swords in reverse, which is good. That's about getting out of your head. All right, so let's start over here. I do feel like someone is feeling like something isn't done, or they're just not ready to let something go. Now, what's interesting here, it's that this is the Hermit reverse. So I don't know if you guys have been in separation or if there was some form of distance. If so, this is kind of telling me you guys are going to come back together. Or there's something here about coming back to. So in whatever way you connect, that'll be different for everyone. What I do see is that someone is kind of either lying or hiding how they truly feel or what they truly want out of the situation, because it feels like they're very wishy-washy, or they're very like back and forth. So if that's you or them, just kind of pay attention to that, because that's coming through here for a reason. This person could be kind of like ignoring or pretending that they don't feel a certain way, because it is connected to this heartbreak. Someone here is disappointed in the situation, but they're trying to disconnect from, they're like trying to disconnect from that. It's almost like they're trying to ignore that. Which again is just like kind of an interesting message. It just makes me feel like someone's just trying to kind of hide how they feel. And maybe they're feeling like a little back and forth about it. So I do see that things are going to be moving slow for you and your connection in August. Especially, I feel like there's going to be maybe planning or setting a goal or just kind of figuring out how to move forward in Leo season, which we are currently in Leo season. It ends in about the 3rd week. So I would say the first 3 weeks of August, you might be planning something, or like be clear on how you're moving forward and taking things slowly. You will be taking time to yourself. I do see that. There's just like a healing time. Even if this is together, it just feels like it's a time out from problems, issues, like whatever it is, and just kind of resting. I don't see you, a lot of you could just like hunker down at home, because I'm seeing the 6 of Swords as like not moving on, not going outside. But this also feels like you're resting, because it's like, you know that there is no like getting, like maybe you don't feel like there's a resolution, because like I said, things are slowly moving. So you're going to chill out about it. Like I said, there's been something really exhausting here, but it feels like you just have to keep pushing forward, because there's so much passion and excitement here. Maybe this feels like a new beginning for your connection. And maybe someone like gave a gift or gave you something, or in return, whatever that might be, my Cancer friends. Very interesting messages, my connected Cancerians. We have Virgo, Scorpio, and that Leo showing up. I mean, we have all signs, but those are just kind of the loudest ones. All right, let's pull some oracle cards for you and then close out your reading with some charms. Thank you, Spirit, for these messages for my Cancer friends. What else can we tell my Cancer babies, please? All right. I did 4 because I saw that shuffle and pull again. And what we got is not yet, but it's coming. We have step back and reevaluate, and it's in the bag. So I believe it's a timing thing, my friends. All right, Cancer babies. Let's see what else we can pull for you. Thank you, Spirit. What else can we tell my Cancer friends in the month of August, please? We have the Snake, which to me is always about transformation, but you did get the 7 of Swords, so be careful of, I don't know, a snake in the grass is what I thought of. We have Sadness, wearing the Cure sweater. Maybe someone here likes to cure. Maybe someone here is a little bit in their feels. We have Saint Coco. I love this. Maybe you burn candles on an altar, but this to me always feels like a reminder that our guides are with us. We have Bad Bunny. Maybe someone here is watching Bad Bunny, catching up on music videos. I don't know, his live concert. Maybe you were watching it. And we have Maggie riding the skateboard. Maybe there's a 90s connection, a Simpsons connection. Yeah. All right. I was going to say maybe the name Maggie. All right, my friends. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I'm wishing you nothing but the best, and I'll catch you at the next one. Thanks, guys. Hello, my Scorpio friends, and welcome to your August horoscope reading. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Let's just jump right in. We'll be starting with the general messages, and then we'll be moving into the love portion later on in your reading. So as always, let's just start with a moment of gratitude. Thank you, Spirit, for allowing me to channel these messages for my Scorpio friends. Spirit, what's up with the Scorpios in the month of August, please? What's going on with them? General messages, please, for Scorpio in the month of August. What do we need to let them know, Spirit? General messages about the month, in the month of August. What's going on with my Scorpios? What do we need to talk about today? Lots of water energy already coming through. All right. So it's interesting because maybe this is you, both of these energies is you. It just feels like emotionally there's something going on here where you're maybe having, I don't know if it's a hard time or just managing your emotions, and it feels like there's no movement forward when it comes to that. So emotionally you're like done. You're just kind of like, but there's no movement forward when it comes to that. Maybe that's why you're emotional, because there hasn't been change or there hasn't been movement forward. I do see that you are still showing up, though. This isn't something that you show. You're still showing up to your responsibilities, your work, your whatever it is that you do. You're still like maintaining that. For a lot of you, this has to do with work. Just because I see that there is maybe a dynamic that you lead, a team or something, and it feels like that's okay, like, that's fine, but you have internal turmoil going on mentally and emotionally. Mentally, what's getting to you, I feel, is that your situation is lacking clarity. I think that's what's making you also kind of like emotionally like tied into it. And there are fears that feel, I don't know if they're fears, but it does feel like you're in your head about something, my Scorpios. So for some of you, this could have to do with children. Doesn't have to be, but maybe there's something there emotionally when it comes to your kids. Maybe someone's having a hard time. I am seeing that there is someone younger kind of showing up. This could be someone who's having a tough time and venting a lot, complaining a lot, or someone here is procrastinating, putting things off. If it's not about a person, this has to do with a situation that showed promise. It used to be fun, and now it's not the best environment. Why the Chariot in reverse? You feel like you're doing something alone, or there's like, I don't know, there's no movement forward. It feels like, okay, so for some of you, now that we got this little lady, the Queen of Wands showing up underneath the King of Wands. So this could very well, for a lot of you, this definitely has to do with other people. There could be someone in the situation that's just kind of going solo, single, independent, taking care of themselves. And it's like that's not changing. There's no moving forward when it comes to that. Now that this Queen of Wands showed up in reverse, you may be dealing with someone who is just emotionally just having a hard time. It's like someone here is struggling while you're trying to maintain, like you're still trying to maintain on the outside. Why the King of Swords in reverse? Why the Eight of Swords? So for a lot of you, this has to do with family. All right, my Scorpios, you guys have a lot going on. You're either, like I said, dealing with younger people or other people. There's a lot of people showing up. Even if it's one other person besides you, it's like the energy is like a lot. And what I mean by a lot, it's like I feel that you already know. So it's like whoever's affected around you, like whoever you work closely with, like I said, it doesn't have to be work. It could be family as well. But it's like whatever this unit consists of, there's something here that we're either ignoring or kind of detaching from. Like maybe it's just like showing up for work or showing up for the thing, but when we're there, we're just like doing what we need to do. And other than that, it's just like kind of being detached. So the masculine energies in the reading are showing up as just we have 3 out of 4 kings showing up, and we have 2 queens showing up. So it's like a lot of court cards. That's what I mean. I feel like there's a lot of people involved. I don't know. It feels like you might be dealing with different personalities. You might be dealing with someone that's really emotional. You might be dealing with someone who gets jealous or isn't really like, I don't know, this person maybe is lacking confidence. Now it could be you. It could be 2 sides of the same coin, but like I said, there's way too many indicators here, and the feeling that I get is so jumbled up with your reading. I do feel you're going to be thinking about trying to gain clarity. Like, I don't think that in August you're going to like make any major decisions, make any major changes or moves. So this energy that I'm feeling, you might already kind of be in it or have an idea as to what it is I'm talking about because you feel it going towards this direction. When it comes to what makes you happy, and for some of you, your family, when it comes to your family, I feel like you're really in your head about it. There is a lot of fear here, and you feel like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Normally, you're very logical and you're good at balancing things out, but maybe there's something here where you're like overthinking to the point that it's like making you feel even more stuck. There's an acknowledgement here that there's deep love in the situation, especially, again, if there's a child or children involved. Yeah, you could also be receiving communication. I mean, the Page of Swords can say that, but I feel like this is mostly thinking about a family and children and love and being in our head about it. Like I said, doesn't have to be family, could be work, but that's what I have for you, my Scorpios. I feel like we went on a journey with that part of your reading. We have all signs showing up. We have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, all fire signs, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, and then of course air signs showing up. We have a little bit of Earth, but anyway, you get the point. All right, thank you, Spirit, so much for those messages for the Scorpios. And now for my single Scorpios in love, Spirit. What can they expect in the month of August, please? Single Scorpios in love. What can they expect? Messages for the single Scorpios, please, in the month of August. In the month of August, please. For some of you single Scorpios, you could have something from the past that comes back up for you or comes back around. But it might leave you confused, or you might have lots of options. Either way, though, I don't really see you like being able to walk away from this, because it's almost like, I don't know if it draws you in or it's like something that you know deep within. The Lover's reversed. So there's if this is already with someone you had history with, it feels like you had given up on it. Why the Judgment card? Or maybe that's how you're going to feel, like this isn't going to go anywhere. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, Scorpios, if someone from your past comes back around and is ready to drop whatever conflict, or if there was something in the past that was said. Maybe you even know that it's time to let go of conflict in general when it comes to love, even if this doesn't have to do with another person. I do see, though, that you're like, what do I want? What do I do? Like, I don't see you really having clarity as to what you want for your long term or commitment. You're also not really sure what you can give, what would make you happy. I don't think, my single Scorpios, that in August you're going to be ready to start something new. I feel like you're just going to be thinking and processing and kind of maybe trying to come up with different scenarios or different things. A lot of you will be avoiding love or avoiding a certain situation. If this is a person that tries to come back up, you guys will be choosing to avoid, to like not, like, you don't want chaos. You don't want anything that could set anything out of control. So you're just kind of staying away from it. Yeah, and in August, friends, I don't see much new action going on for you. I see you kind of still processing maybe something from the past. Even if it's not a person, it could be emotions that are coming up for you. Maybe you realize that you haven't fully let something go yet, and maybe that's why it's making it hard for you to kind of really see what it is that you want. Because there is a feeling of sadness from not leaving something, not walking away from something yet. You do, like, you're connected, and and your spirituality, whatever it is that you tap into, I feel like that you're healing, and now is not the time for love. All right, my friends. Even if you were on the fence, I feel like you're just going to be like, nah, I'm just not doing that right now. Okay. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. What can you tell us about our Scorpios that are connected to someone? What can you tell us about August and our Scorpios and their person in August, please, Spirit? My Scorpios that are connected, please. What can you tell me? What can we know, Spirit? My connected Scorpios. Oh, almost dropped them. Oh my gosh. Connected Scorpios. Something doesn't feel solid in your relationship, in your home, and it's making someone very emotional. If this isn't you that's overly emotional, just be careful for emotional manipulation. It feels like whatever this is, I don't know if some of you, or it's a breakup or a disappointment of something, but there's something here that happened that could have fractured, or maybe it just hasn't been stable for a while, but something about the month of August, it's kind of bringing that to the forefront of your reading. What's going on with my connected Scorpios? Why the Four of Wands in reverse? Too much conflict at home. So maybe there's fighting between family members or tension. Someone here is, okay, so someone here is just like, so has a lot of love to give in the situation, but it's unhinged, my friends, at the moment. So if this is you or someone else, just be aware, because it feels almost like someone here wants to control it. I think I said, did I say manipulate a minute ago? When just be careful with emotional manipulation if this isn't you, meaning someone could use things against you. I don't know why I'm getting that, to kind of get you to stay or get you to do what they want. Now, that's not the case for everyone, but I am picking up those vibes, especially because they came up so close to the devil. Even though the devil is reverse, it kind of tells me that someone here is aware that there's a toxic pattern that they need to unchain themselves from. I think that whatever this is has been there for a while, and in August, there's something that is shifting. This has been a long time coming. Someone here has had a long-term plan as to when and how they were going to do something. It's slow moving. Now, if this hasn't happened yet. I do see that it's a slow process, but someone here is detaching from something that just felt suffocating. I feel like I'm taking a deep breath. I feel suffocated, suffocated by love, but not in like a good way. Um, I don't think that there's been growth in this situation, and there hasn't been movement. Now, if this person is just emotional in general and having a hard time, and this could be you, of course, I feel like there's a sadness, or just like things didn't happen here. I've been waiting for so long and it never came in. It never happened. Someone here, though, is really, I say someone because I'm not sure if both of these people are on the same page when it comes to whatever this is. Or the Three of Swords. The Full Reverse. Someone here is really sad about something that didn't take off, something that didn't happen, a new opportunity that never came. Or the King of Pentacles. So the feminine energy is having a really tough time, and the masculine energy has a new perspective on things. The masculine energy is continuing to be stable and very much about their role, very much about their responsibilities. They're still here showing up to work, or showing up as the spouse or the partner, or if they're a parent, if they own a business, they're like showing up for that. And they've now have gotten a new perspective over their stability, or I don't know, I feel like this person's very confident about when it comes to their material world, their role in life, their role in the family, their role at work, whatever this may be. Let's pull. What's the Seven of Cups and the Five of Cups, please? Someone here is... Someone here is kind of... we got the Four of Cups with the Seven of Cups, both in reverse. So a couple of different things that could be going on. Someone here is either getting out of... I keep seeing getting out of their head, which means that they had been fantasizing or detaching, or just kind of, I'm going to say, coming up with a scenario in their head that made something look differently. Maybe this is like rose-colored glasses. Maybe this is finally looking around and seeing what's really there. But someone here feels like they're coming out of that, and they're getting over it, is the feeling that I'm getting. There are also, if there's children involved, that's coming up. I keep getting the feeling that there is younger people involved. Now, it doesn't have to be, but this to me, it's kind of what it feels like. It feels like there is a focus and an awareness of that. And someone here is getting over being sad. There could also be something new happening, a new phase, a new something. I don't think it's no, it's not a new baby. I was going to say, I don't know if it's a new baby. It's not a new baby. Excuse me. A new opportunity. I'm going to say it's a new opportunity of some sort. Now, for the other part of the story, I said this could be someone coming out of that. This could be someone that's actually opposite of what I said, and be very intensely like in fantasy land, living like in scenarios in their head, not really facing reality because they don't want to feel this feeling of loss or this feeling of grief. Maybe that's what helps someone. All right, my friends. I'm going to say it one more time. Beware of emotional manipulation. All right. That was a lot, my Scorpios. I need a nap after your reading. Thank you, Spirit, for all those messages for my Scorpios. Let's pull some oracle cards for you and see what else we can learn about the month of August. Thank you, Spirit. What else can we tell my Scorpios? 3 cards, please. All right, my friends. We have you're veering off path. So when you're very much stuck in your head, just remember you're veering off path with a lot of those overly logical things that come up that maybe are making you feel stuck. We have continue manifesting this. I love that. Reminding you that your thoughts become your reality. Just remember that. Maybe that's also part of the fantasizing. Maybe that's part of your process. And we have beyond a doubt. Things are going to work out, my friends, beyond a doubt. All right, let's pull some charms before we close out your reading. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages for my Scorpios. What else can we tell them, Spirit, in the month of August, please? All right, I can already see we have Walter Mercado here, which is always the High Priestess to me, and I believe you got the High Priestess in the general portion of your reading. We have the Wu-Tang Killer Bee. It's dripping with honey, which always reminds me of like to bring sweetness into your life. Try to bring joy back into the situation. Like don't get too caught up in your mind. Maybe that'll even help you relax too. The bee is also a sign of abundance, which I love it because you got beyond a doubt and continue manifesting this. We have not for you. Maybe there's a situation that is not for you or not for someone else. We'll leave that right there. We also have nasty. Yeah, we'll leave that as it is. That's also, maybe someone here is a Prince fan. Maybe someone's nasty. We have Bjork wearing the swan dress. Maybe someone here likes Bjork, or there's a connection to the mid-2000s. I also feel like transformation with the swan. And we have Rosalia wearing the mask. Maybe someone here is hiding how they feel, hiding behind a mask, not really showing emotions. We'll put that right there. Maybe someone here likes Rosalia. And we have Amy Winehouse. So someone here could definitely be into music. We got a lot of music pins here. Back to Black. That's what I thought of. Also Rehab. All right, my friends, my Scorpio babies, that's what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed your reading, and I'll catch you at the next one. Thanks, guys. Hello, my Pisces friends, and welcome to your August horoscope reading. Let's jump right into your general messages. As always, the second part of your reading will be the love reading, my friends. Let's jump right to it. As always, starting with a moment of gratitude. Thank you, Spirit, for allowing me to channel these messages for my Pisces friends. Spirit, what's up with my Pisces in August? General messages, please. General messages for the Pisces collective in the month of August. Month of August, please, Spirit. What's going on with my Pisces friends? What do we need to talk about today? What can we let them know? What's going on with my Pisces in the month of August? Oh. All right, we have the Four of Wands in reverse, the Eight of Wands. We have the Knight of Cups. Interesting energies, my friends. Something here is blocked off, maybe moving slowly. There's resistance, but you're like, I want to make you an offer, or someone here wants to make an offer, a loving offer, possibly to this King of Pentacles. We'll see. We'll see what this is about. We have the Page of Swords, Page of Pentacles. Okay, so for some of you, kids could be involved. I'm definitely feeling parental vibes. I'm feeling a masculine with maybe 2 boys. Doesn't have to be 2 kids. If not, maybe these are just younger people that work for them. All right, we'll keep going. Why the Four of Swords? There could also be communication coming in of a new offer that will, it's like more of a boss role. Why the Eight of Wands in reverse? Why the Knight of Cups? Why the King of Pentacles? Why the Page of Swords? Why the Page of Pentacles? All right. So this definitely feels like either you're the one trying to make the offer to someone else, or you're getting an offer. It just feels like it's emotional though. Um, it feels like it's like, but this is how I feel. And for some of you, it's like, don't go, don't go. This is how I feel. Or there's like not moving forward. I don't know if you're trying to stop something. I feel like for some of you, you might be trying to share your feelings in order to stop something. It feels like you're putting down, like if you were feeling defensive before, you're like trying to put that down. You're not trying to fight. Maybe this is something that after taking a break and thinking about it, it's like you've decided not to be defensive or to like work on that. Either way, though, it feels like there's something blocked here. We're either blocking communication or we're trying to stop something from happening. I'm kind of getting the feeling that you're trying to express emotion in order to put a halt to something. For some of you, this could have to do with work or family. Now, if it's not you trying to put a stop to something, it still feels like there is a resistance in being able to get this situation to a place that feels better, or like getting over something, or if it's a move, if there's blockages in actually physically being able to like move. So take it as it resonates, my Pisces friends. I am feeling like other people in your reading, just because we have so many pages, and then we have this King of Pentacles. This King of Pentacles is the most mature energy here. This is someone that takes their role very seriously. They take care of their responsibilities. They take care of their children, their home. If they might own a business, they're the boss. Someone who takes a lot of pride in their material world and what they've built for themselves. And at this point, they've built themselves to a place of comfort where they're calling the shots. This person seems to be coming from a very mature place. I just want to say that again because there's a lot of younger energy around. Even these emotions, I don't necessarily think. Now, I could be wrong, but I don't, if this is a person, I don't feel like they're the ones expressing. I could be wrong. It's going to be the same for everyone. I feel someone is expressing to them. And I'm kind of getting that because of how this image, he's kind of like coyly looking down and over as this knight is like, look what I brought you. I brought you my love. I brought you my emotions, my hopes, whatever this is. So this King of Pentacles, now, like I said, this could be you. This could be someone else. Take it as it resonates, my Pisces. I'm just getting such specific messages that I almost feel bad because, it doesn't necessarily have to be exactly like I'm saying, but there's definitely a very strong energy here where whatever about this person's position or this person in general, whatever this is, even if this is you elevating into a boss level, it feels like at one point it was a wish, but now it's like, I don't know, it feels like something about it just hasn't happened, or it's just not exactly what we thought it would be or wanted it to be. And now it feels like it's a place of comfort, perhaps, for some of you. So staying in this energy of maybe your comfort zone is also part of the reason why you haven't, for some of you, it's like why you haven't gotten your wish. Maybe it's a different job. Maybe it's a different position. Maybe something is different here. I don't know. But someone's comfort zone is tied into part of the energy here. With this Page of Swords here and the Six of Wands, I do think a lot of you are going to be receiving communication, or maybe you'll get online clout. There'll be something that makes you feel very seen. You're going to be seen and recognized. Now, for others of you, going back to the story over here of please don't go, this is how I feel, or it's not time to move yet because look how I feel about you, look how I feel about the situation. For some of you, there could also be, if this is kids and a family dynamic, this could be someone saying, like they look up to you or they view you. Like there's just an acknowledgement here of how you are perceived within this dynamic. So thought I would mention that. I do think, my Pisces friends, that there is something here that you will be learning. There is a new opportunity, something for you to work on. There's actually a lot of potential here, but it is going to require you to take a leap of faith and be willing to like start something new. Not hold grudges, not hold resentments, not be defensive, is also what I'm getting. I feel like someone needed to hear that. All right, I feel like we have all the signs. We have Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aries, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Coming through. All right. Let's move on to your love portion and see what's going on with that. See if this is tied in. All right, let's grab another deck. Thank you, Spirit, for all those general messages for my Pisces friends. What can you tell me for my single Pisces? My single Pisces friends in the month of August, what can they expect in their love life? My single Pisces friends, Spirit. The single Pisces. There's a Nine of Cups in reverse again, my friends. Someone here just has a wish that's unfulfilled when it comes to stability, commitment, marriage, home, whatever this is. It feels like it's maybe on your mind and your heart too. Queen of Wands, you have a lot to offer. You're also like seen. Very attractive and passionate. Maybe you're doing something to your appearance that's like making you even more like garner attention. You're also like looked up to by how you follow your passions. But I feel like when it comes to your mind, there's fears here of things that you don't know. It feels like maybe you're not speaking your truth or able to communicate those fears, perhaps. We have Knight of Wands. Why the Nine of Cups in reverse? So if there's a situation that has felt unjust or unfair, it feels like in August your wish still isn't fulfilled when it comes to that. There could be a foundation, a home, a past relationship that you're still trying to hold on to, but maybe it's a home you're trying to hold on to. But it feels like, here's the thing, my Pisces friends. I don't know if this is enough for you to begin with. Like, because it feels like we're holding on out of fear and not like out of, you know what, I actually deserve more, or there's more for me out there. Maybe that's part of the fears as well. Maybe some of you are also fearful of being on your own, or yeah, I feel like maybe it's isolation or being on your own. Is this a new person? This Knight of Wands. So for some of you, if you are approached in August, I do feel it's going to be exciting and passionate. Someone's going to be all up in the mix. And you're going to feel the same, or you're going to feel like, okay, this is cool, but a lot of you are still going to be choosing to be defensive. I think you're just going to choose to spend some time alone. I'm getting hermit vibes, and then I just saw it at the bottom of the deck. Let's go back over here. So even though you're looking good, smelling good, doing the things, being the boss that you are, and very attractive, you're still very in your head when it comes to something. There's something here that maybe worries you or scares you, you kind of want to avoid. And I feel like that's where you just kind of want to spend time by yourself. So I would say in August, you're not ready to start anything new, my friends. You could still be processing or dealing with something from the past, or something that's taking your focus over here. I feel like there's heartbreak or disappointment that you experienced that maybe hasn't been communicated or like verbally expressed, and that might also be messing with you. But yeah, like I said, for those of you that someone new comes, you might be fighting them off with a stick. Like literally, you might be like, I'm going to pepper spray you if you don't back away. All right, my friends, let's pull some oracle cards for you. Wait, did we do? Oh, shit. Friends, let's jump into the connected Pisces. Those of you that are dealing with someone or are connected, maybe you're in separation, whatever this is, someone's already in your energy. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages for my single Pisces friends. What can you tell me? What can you tell us for my connected Pisces in love in August, please? What's up between them and the person they're connected to in August, please, Spirit? The person they're connecting to in August, please. Pisces and their person they're connected to in August, Spirit. What's going on with them? All right, we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Three of Cups in reverse. A lot of releasing, friends. There's a lot of releasing here. It feels like something's getting you out of your comfort zone, but it's happening in order to begin a recovery process of some sort. So if you had financial, for some of you, if you're having financial issues or if there's something in regards to that, the key to recovery is to really analyze your spending and analyze where those resources are going. That's not for everyone. For some of you, this is just releasing something, something you were holding on to, a way of being. Actually, I think it's more material. It might be like a home or, I don't know. Other people do seem to be affected, and there is disappointment and heartbreak. I don't know if, yeah, there's lots of heartbreak. Sorry, my Pisces friends. Some of you, I don't know if you're going through a breakup or a shift in dynamic in your relationship or in your family. There you are. Lots of fears. There are lots of unknowns. Did something just flip? No. Why the Five of Pentacles in reverse? We have King of Wands showing up. Why the Four of Pentacles in reverse? Yeah, for some of you, this has to do with finances or feeling financially dependent on someone. Someone here is like kind of thinking differently. Someone here is more about their passions or like what they think. They're moving ahead in a way that they feel is best. They might be taking charge and they're doing it like there's like a spark behind it where it's like, whoa, this person's motivated to get going on something, to get this situation to a better place. Someone here feels codependent though, or like attached, and it's making this release difficult. Why the Three of Cups in reverse? Yeah, this could have to do with a family or long-term stability. Maybe it's, for some of you, could be long-term financial planning, a home, but it feels like there's something here that is shifting. Oh my God. You guys, look. So earlier when I mentioned 2 kids, this could be coming up. 2s just keep coming up. It doesn't have to be, but there's something here that is repeating and synchronistic, which makes me think that whatever's happening, trust that it's leading you to a right direction. As difficult as it is, I do see you moving forward and moving on, but in order to do that, it's like you have to feel this disappointment, this heartache, this breakup, this pain, whatever it is. There is forward movement here. I have the bottom of the Wands at the bottom of the deck. I also have Aquarius energy coming through, remaining hopeful that this broken home or unstable relationship or situation, like remaining hopeful. One more, please. So there's a difficulty of letting go here. There's a difficulty in letting go in the month of August. Why this Three of Cups in reverse with the Ten of Pentacles? Just be aware of manipulation in the situation. It's almost like part of you feels powerless, so don't revert to trying to manipulate someone with emotions or ritual work or anything like that. As I was saying that, I saw the High Priestess. So don't try to force a situation with ritual work. And the reason I'm saying that is because at the beginning I saw lots of blocks or trying to stop something. My Pisces friends, this is a lot. This is a lot. I'm sending you hugs. I know that this August is going to be interesting for you, but I want to let you know that, look, I didn't even do this for any of the other signs. I want to let you know that to me, it feels like things are laying out the way they're supposed to, and in some way. The Page of Swords came out again. Maybe a younger air sign involved, doesn't have to be. News of something. What's going to be the outcome for Pisces by the end of August? Yeah, this King of Wands keeps showing up. They're just showing me repetitive. Someone here doesn't want to commit or might be acting out. There's going to be a lot of emotions involved, friends. Use your discernment. We have Pisces, Aquarius, Scorpio, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Cancer coming through. All right, my Pisces friends. I hope that was helpful. Maybe you'll listen to this at the right time and it helps you navigate your situation. All right, now let's pull some oracle cards. I almost accidentally did it earlier. Thank you, Spirit. Can we get 3 cards, please? 3 cards for my Pisces friends. Did we just get a flipper? We did. Unveil your truth. What is your truth in the situation? Be clear with your wishes. What is it you want? I love this for you. Stand in your power. Be clear, my friends. I love that for you. All right. Now, let's close out your reading with a little charm situation. Thank you, Spirit, for these messages. What can we tell my Pisces friends, Spirit? What can we tell my Pisces friends? All right, if that's the Death card. Oh no, it's the Fool, which is beautiful after the Death card because it's a new beginning. It's something new. That's not the first time you got the Fool card as well. We have Miss Argentina. If I knew then what I knew now, you will have hindsight in the situation. That's why I kind of feel the need to say, like, don't try not to let your emotions get the best of you, and maybe allow yourself to kind of pull back as you need to and focus on yourself, nurture yourself. We have La Máscara. Someone here could be hiding how they feel, or there is a mask that we're wearing in the situation. We have the vintage Rolling Stones pin. They have hundreds of songs, and out of all of them, the first one that popped in my head is you can't always get what you want. So it's like, it says, you know, you can't always get what you want, but if you try sometimes, you might find you get what you need. So keep that in mind. We have Mom. I feel children are in the situation for some of you. We have knowledge is power. Don't look away. Don't shy away from whatever comes up as you're exploring, like that Moon card, the shadows, discerning what's real and what's not. Don't ignore what's real. And we have know your worth, baby. Love on yourself during the situation, my friends. Still take care of yourself. All right, prioritize yourself in there sometimes, my Pisces friends. And so that is what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed your horoscope, and I'll catch you at the next one. Thanks, guys.